I go to work, bitch.
Hello and welcome back again to Stoneblock 2. In this episode I'd like to show you our storage. Now you can just see it sitting up there. At the first opportunity I got, I built this reactor. Now I like these reactors. I build these all the time, and I sometimes build the wind turbines with them as well, but there's been no need. Don't need that much power yet. But this normally is running all the time. So all the time this is running, it's costing me lots of these. Now I have loads of these anyway because we're sieving it. So we sieve it, stick it in that chest there, goes through that furnace, comes out the other side, stick it in that chest, job done. Once it's used, bungs them in here. So I don't want to have this on all the time. I want to put this on. I've upgraded it. I've put some more cores inside there. I've upgraded it so it produces a lot more power, and I'm going to store it up there. So then I can turn this off, leave this off, save having this running all the time, and we'll just pull from our storage up there. And our storage is from Draconic Evolution. Now look at that. Doesn't that look fancy? Because this is a tier 5, I believe, we've had to go with this style. If you go for a tier 1, 2 or 3, you can use a single one. But when you get to tier 4 and 5, you have to then make these ones. It just produces more power to hold it all. And at the moment this is holding, let's have a look now, that 30,083. Well, it's 50% full. 53.3
million.
Yeah. So
Is that
59 million? I think this thing holds it. Yeah, look. 59 million
I think that's
RFs.
like 30 billion.
Yeah, 59. Yeah, 59 billion, isn't it? 59 billion 300 million 1,100. Yeah. So this will hold a lot. So the idea is to run my generator down there until this is completely filled, and switch that off and just run off this, because we'll be able to run this off till the end of the series at this rate. So now you've seen it all working in action. You've got your input there for putting your power in. You've got your output for putting power out. At the moment we've got nothing coming out on these because most of this is wired down into the ground and straight across to all these machines, as well as out here. All this is run directly, even this is run directly from the reactor. Cables run down underneath, come up to this, and then run around either side onto the back of these. So I've put a load of energy transport nodes up there, so that when I do start putting little machines down, I'll start adding them onto it, which we'll be coming on to sooner or later. Right then, so these are the parts you're going to have to make. To make the energy core stabilizer, you first need to make yourself a particle generator. Now you will need to make 4 of these, a minimum of 4. Unless you start using the tiers that we're using, I think tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 will use these. If you go above a tier 3, you'll have to, instead of placing 1 down, you need to place 9. I will show you in a minute, don't worry. Right then, so first thing you want to do is make yourself some Draconic cores. We've already covered how to make a Draconic core. They're very, very easy, very, very simple. And I did say in our last video, you're going to need to make a lot of them. Now you know why. You need 4 redstone blocks, 4 blaze rods. We get our blaze rods from our chickens. If you've been following us week on week, you would know that we did all our chicken challenge. We've also done all our cow challenge. So we've got a lot of things. We've got chickens that are in their little huts, hoochies, goochies, whatever you want to call them. And they are constantly laying blaze rods, as well as the Draconic ingots. So a lot of the stuff we've already got lots of because we knew this was coming. So you need to pay attention. What face have you got on now?
I don't know what I've done. I don't know how to take it off. How to take it off?
Once you've made your particle generator, you will need to make a minimum of 4 of them because you need them in here with just 4 diamonds. Now, if you've been following us week on week, like I said, you would have stacks upon stacks upon stacks of diamonds. So this should not be a problem. Now, when you've made these, I shall just quickly show you. I don't know why I've got that. I think that's where Joshua broke the chest. Right. So
I'm taking quarantine seriously again.
you're taking quarantine seriously. I can see that. So would you mind moving more than 2 meters from me? Otherwise, I'm gonna. Thank you. Now, if you was to make a single one like this, you just need. If you're using a tier 1, 2, or 3, you would just place one down, and then you'd count, say 4 blocks across. You place your core down the same height, so it'd be 1 block high, and then you count the same distance this way and place one down the same that way and that way, because you need 4 and you need them all at the same height for it to work. If you wanted to make above a tier 3, so a tier 4, you need to put them down like this, so you get that. So don't think, oh no, I've got to make a massive great big one like that. No, it's just 9 of these basically, just 9 of these little energy core stabilizers. So if you want to go to a tier, I'm pretty certain it's a tier 4. If you want to go do a tier 4 or above, because ours is a tier 5. I could have gone bigger, but to be honest, yeah, it'd take me forever to fill that up. So yeah. So once you've made that, that's one part complete. Now we've got to make 2 more parts, or we've got to show you how to make 2 more parts, but you're going to need more than 2. You'll need one of these, which is a energy core that will go in the middle, which these power onto, and you will need 2 of these, which are energy pylons. All will come clear in a minute. So just to recap, draconian core or draconic core, this is how you make it. 4 draconium ingots, 4 pieces of gold, 4 pieces of gold and 1 diamond. Then we move on to our next table. This is the Wyvern Energy Core. Now I believe you have to make 2 of these. So you'll need to make yourself 2 draconic cores, and then 8 draconium ingots and 8 blocks of redstone, because you're going to need 2 of these. Once you've done that, you then get to make your energy core. So you need to make a Wyvern core, 2 Wyvern energy cores, and 6 draconium ingots. And I've shown you how to make that one, but not that one, the Wyvern core. But in our last episode, you would see that I made both of them. So just jot back to that one, or well, you should know how to make them. If you're anything like me, you made loads of them and you've kept them in your storage tablet. Right, for the building of the energy pylon, you will need to make an eye of ender. Now it's quite easy. If you've got a chicken farm like we've got, you will have blaze rods which can turn into blaze powder. And if you've got the mob grinder like we've got, if you've been following us week on week, you would have quite a few ender pearls. Failing that, go up to the end dimension, look at a couple of endermen, and then try and fight your way out of it, because there'll be hundreds of the little blighters up there. So you will need to make one of these, I believe. So you're going to need a draconic core again, 2 emeralds, 4 draconium ingots, 1 diamond, and then your eye of ender. And that will make you 1 of your energy pylons. I don't know why I put 2 in there, that should just be 1. But there we go. Now I've got 3 of them. That's really going to confuse me. Okay, so let's get on to build. Now, you don't need, ours was in a huge area like this. It was massive, because I knew I was going to go up a tier and I didn't know how big the ball was going to be. So what I've done is, even if you've got a tiny room like this, it's so tiny, it is 2 blocks apart. Now you can place these in walls like this. They don't need to be out on their own like mine are. They can be sat inside walls and they'll still work. So we need to get our energy core. I'll just fly for this. I'm creative, but this will all be taken out. Now then, if you wanted to just use this without adding anything else onto it, then what you do is you come over to one, you right click it. You don't need to tier up because this is the lowest level one you can get. Just click activate and look, there you go. Now, if I'm right, I think this is 45.5, yeah, 45.5 million RF it will store. And that's tier 1, tiny little thing. Hold loads. So you don't need masses of room, and you don't really need to make massive great big ones. I do because bigger is better, is what I say, is what I see. So this is how you make a little tiny one, and if you needed to turn it off at all, just right click on side there and deactivate. And it turns off. So we can break all this down because all this needs to come out. So I'll do this later. What we're going to do now is we're going to make the next tier and show you how. Really? You really just broke this?
Something claimed.
Oh my god. Not been claimed. Really? Not been claimed either? There's only us two on here. Who are we claiming it from?
Myself.
Yeah, exactly. Right then, so if we put this up on here, this is the 4th block off the floor. So 3 blocks and I'll place it down. The reason I've done this is because I don't want to start taking my ceiling out to show you the ball. So what we're going to do is we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to do 6. Joshua goes out 7 because he can't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are you doing? It's not there, it's there.
That's 6.
That is 5 in a gap. 5 in a gap. 6th one is the one I placed down.
Oh, stop it.
Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 high. Now if you get these, place them down on the ends. You have to excuse me, it's a bit laggy around here. We've got mob grinders and all sorts of stuff around us here, and this isn't on a server, this is a home server. Now you don't need to take these out, but I like to because I'm finicky. So just take these out. I'm not going to try and take that out because last time we did that we put a hole in the floor and we'll probably take one of these out. Now if you wanted this to be just your tier 1 like this, then you just right click it and click activate, and then there you go, you have your tier 1. But we want to go to the next one, the next level. So what you do is you deactivate it, you get yourself some draconium blocks, and you only need 6 of these, so you have to shift and right click, otherwise you'll go into the inside of this GUI inside here, and then down here, wash. And then what you need to do, because if you turn this on now, right, that's what happens. Because you've not told it, you've gone up a tier. You're not on tier 1 anymore. You're on tier 2. So you have to tier it up. So it now says tier 2 energy core. Now when you activate it, it's a bigger ball. And how much does this one hold? 273 million. So it's 273 million RF this will store. I mean, that is enough for anybody. I went for a level 5 because I was a bit of a numpty boy. Now, what I'll do is, because I don't want to waste loads and loads of time on showing you how to make each individual one, you get the general gist of it. If you make that...
Can I say something?
Yeah?
Can I just turn this off? Right. Okay, you know when you press tier up, yeah, now if I was to press tier up again, yeah, to make it to tier whatever 3 it is, then yeah.
Yeah?
Most people may be a bit stuck, but there's actually a thing you press that can just show you what to put on it.
Ah, right. Where's that
And
then?
like,
Oh, build
separate.
guide active. Is that what you've clicked on?
Yeah, I press that and it will show you where to put the block.
Ah, well done you. I didn't know that. I was going to put down the Draconic Evolution wiki down to the page that shows you how to put these on. So that is handy. So in that case then, he's got this set to tier 3. It knows it's not a tier 3 and it's telling you that it's not tier 3. So if you tiered it down, it'll then tell you that no, you're all good to go for a tier 2. Now if you wanted to do it up to a tier 3, so if you tier it up and then press build guide active, it will then show you where you just stick the draconian blocks. So for instance, if I went, oh, okay, then right, we'll stick these on here, shall we? So if we do this then, so we do all that round here, it's telling me still, yeah, keep piling these blocks down. And I come up underneath here because you're going to need some underneath here as well. I don't know how big we can make this, Josh, before it starts interfering with the ceiling.
I think you probably go maybe one more, and then
so like that, and then if we click on this, tier 3 says all good. Activate then, please. There we go. So what does this store then? This stores, I think that might be 1,640,000,000 RF.
Yeah,
that is a lot. So. I mean, unless you've got like 20 people on, you've got a massive, great big faction room. You've got, you know, 1,000 civs and 1,000 mines and 1,000 this and 1,000 that on the go. I don't think you're going to be having much of a problem with power, because you've got to make a lot to store it. But just in case that you do, and you like your hardcore player of this, I mean, we're just doing this because we wanted to do a series of it because it seemed quite a nice one. So yeah, you can make whatever size you want, but it's quite easy. The last time I used this, it didn't have this tier up and tier down, and it didn't have this to show where the blocks go. It was basically the book. You got the book, the Draconic Evolution information tablet, and it would tell you how you do it all. And it wasn't very well written. Or it probably was well written, but it wasn't explained very well. So you didn't have to make the 9 of these together to make a big speed thing. You could get away with using these. But now, obviously, it's been updated to 1.12.2, so there's a lot more. Everything's going GUI at the moment, which is handy because, I mean, without that, I would have been completely stuck. But yeah, so this is how you make your lovely storage for your RF. So I won't need to have my great big reactor on every single time I'm on. I'll get to a point where I can just turn it off and we'll just run from the big ball in the sky. Now you need to place down your pylons, because without your pylons, how are you going to get energy to this, and how are you going to get energy from it? Now,
one thing.
Exactly. What a numptits. Find out. There's a centre. Let's put a bit back here. So if I put that one there, that'll be fine, and I'll put that one, say, there. That'll be fine. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? Is that about right? Let's have a look. Yeah. Now, with these, no, these are the wrong ones, you muppet. These ones, it's not these. No. It's these ones. Energy pylon. That's the core. You want to be putting more cores down. God, that'll make some problems, won't it? Right, we've got these down here, so I'd imagine that this is roughly the centre, I would say. Yeah, this is about the centre, so we'll do one gap either side of that. So what you do with these is you have to get a piece of glass. This is how you turn these on. So if you shift and right click, there we go. This one, the arrow's pointing in, is saying it is putting power into this. Do the same on this one. This one is also saying it is putting power in. Right click it, shift and right click. No, you have to right click the ball. That's it. It used to be right click the bottom, now it's right click the ball. If you right click the ball on top, this now has the arrows pointing outwards, which means this will be taking energy out from it to your kilns and whatever it is you're using, and this will be from your reactor, from your dynamos, from whatever you've built. To show you, let's get ourselves a power cell. Let's have a creative one because we want something that's going to spit quite a bit of power through. So I'll put that there, and then what should we do? Get ourselves a furnace or something. Let's get ourselves a furnace just to show this works. Let's go for, where's the electric one gone? That's an iron furnace. That's the one. We'll put one of these this side. It'll be a bit orthodox, don't worry, bear with me. So we'll put that there like that. Right then, so if we get ourselves some, I think it's called cryo. Yeah, there it is. And we go bosh, bosh. So this has got no power. But as soon as we do this, ooh, look, power going in. And then this one, because it's not pulling hardly any power out, but this now has filled up. So this is all ready to be used. And then to find out what sort of power you have inside your ball, you used to be able to stand and look at the ball and it will tell you. Now you have to pick this and then it will tell you. So it's got a storage of 1,640,000,000 RF and it's slowly filling up. It hasn't even filled up by 1%. Oh, there you go, it's just done 1%. So it does take quite a while to load these up, but this is how they work. Now you can have these run into, I have mine connected up to the energy transport node. So it will automatically, we have gone over these before in past episodes. I have 4 of these lined up. And then I have it going to all sorts of little devices around around our base area down here, running various little bits and pieces. But what I do want to do with Flux Networks, you can do your energy through Wi-Fi apparently. So where I have to keep running over and filling my, come on, stop lagging, I'm filling my storage tablet up with power all the time. Now I don't have to, it will automatically fill up all the time. The same with the chicken stick thing. I didn't do the chicken, so I can't remember its correct name. But when you want to level them up, you can use that, but it uses power, so you have to keep running back, charging it up, then running back out to your chickens and trying again. Well, with this new stuff, it means you won't need to do that. So you can actually, as long as you're inside your area, it will just keep charging it up because it will be on your own personal network, or you can have it on a network that all your friends can go on, or you can have it tailored to you and your friend, or just you. It's entirely up to you. So I hope you found this answering most of your questions. I hope I've explained it in such a way that you understand all this now and that you know what you're going to be doing. If you're not, you can always drop me a question. If I know the answer, I shall answer it for you. If not, I will try and find out the answer for you. But as you can see, it's not the hardest in the world to make. There is quite a lot of stuff here. I'm starting to lag in a bit, so this is actually doing my head in because I don't like it. But I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, comment if you want, and thank you very much and goodbye.
Yeah, it's in a bit. Have fun.
In a bit.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.